Welcome back, everyone. Around 1 hour after my arrest, which I believe was carried out without legal grounds by the Suffolk County, New York Police Union President Lou Sillo, another important event took place. My friend, Scalzo Photo, went to check on my situation and discovered that my billboard truck was being taken away. He decided to look into what was happening and calmly approached the PBA treasurer, CJ Hunter, to learn more about the situation. What happened during that conversation added another important chapter to the unfolding story.
Sean's going to put the video truck in front of his house now even more.
Why would he do that?
Because he had him arrested, you dumbass. When you say agitating, that's another word for expressing an opinion.
That's not another word.
So how is he agitating? Was he like doing backflips? He doesn't curse people out. He doesn't use foul language. He doesn't threaten.
He was told to leave
Okay.
numerous times. He refused to leave.
I don't believe that at all. Why would you arrest someone for criticizing you?
He's trying to get a soundbite.
A soundbite of what? Of you telling a lie?
You didn't arrest him for criticizing.
But you asked him to leave for criticizing you. You're that agitated by criticism?
Thugs shouldn't wear badges. Lou, you've been bullying people for way too long. You've been violating people's rights for way too long, and it stops today. Hey, Lou, I know you're watching from your penthouse suite up there.
You don't know if you trust the police officer.
Hands behind I am leaving. Not resisting. I'm not resisting.
Stop.
To get out, he went in there to speak to the president. Sean went in to speak to the head of the PBA.
Sean got arrested for trespassing.
That's when you guys want to be friendly and welcoming.
I'm sorry?
If you guys are friendly and welcoming, there's no reason to trespass him.
Well, he was here for no legitimate purpose.
He was there to speak to the president of the PBA about this exact issue right here. That's a legitimate purpose. That's called communication.
Yeah.
So you guys decided
he wasn't here for a legitimate purpose.
What? Because he's criticizing you.
No, not because he's criticizing.
Then why
There's plenty of ways for him to contact Lou without coming here this way. There's plenty of ways.
So coming here in person will get people arrested if they're criticizing you.
That's not true. That's not what I was saying.
So if he came,
what I was saying, there's plenty of ways to contact Lou and communicate with us legitimately without intentionally trying to.
You're saying someone bring a message this is agitating to you?
He was told to leave.
Okay.
Numerous times. He refused to leave.
Lou, Savello, how are you? Sure, no problem. How are you? You see me leaving? I immediately began to leave. Lou Savello, would you like to come on? I am leaving. Would you like to come on the channel? I'm leaving. I am leaving. You see me leaving? I am leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Lou Savello, you go on talk. You go. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
This is the last time I will tell you.
I'm leaving. Hey, you're the guy from On Patrol, right? I've seen your podcast. What do you think I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing?
You are on private property.
I'm leaving. So would you like to talk about the hundreds of millions of dollars? No, I'm not. Would you like to talk about the hundreds of millions of dollars that the Suffolk County law enforcement agencies have cost taxpayers?
Leave.
What do you think I'm doing? I am leaving.
Leave.
Immediately began to leave. That's how the law works.
Leaving.
Yes, I'm leaving.
Get off the property.
I am leaving. I am getting off the property.
You are trespassing.
I am leaving.
You will be placed
I am leaving.
under,
I am leaving.
I'm going to place you under arrest.
Do what you need to do.
I'm identifying myself as a police officer.
So do what you need to do. I am leaving.
You need to leave.
I am leaving.
Or you
You're
will be
such a
placed
tough guy.
under arrest.
You're not going to do it then. Do it.
Turn around.
Do it. I'm leaving.
Okay, put your
I'm leaving.
hands behind your
I
back.
am leaving.
Hands
Not
behind
resisting.
your back.
I'm not resisting.
Don't resist.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
You were warned multiple times.
I'm leaving. I'm making my way to my car.
Refused to leave.
I don't believe that at all.
All right, well, he was placed under arrest for trespassing for refusing to leave.
But why wouldn't you want to have a conversation?
He was told to leave numerous.
But why would you ask him to leave?
Listen, I'm not a mind reader. I can't speak for Lou. But I can say he was told to leave numerous times, and he refused to leave.
But why would you ask him to leave? Why not address the situation about taxpayer dollars being wasted, allegedly?
Listen, this is propaganda. This is propaganda.
Oh, so why not talk about it?
Listen,
why not? Oh, it's propaganda because it's critical of you.
I'm not a mind reader. I'm not going to read Lou's mind.
So the Newsday article is all propaganda. So take it up with them. Sue.
This stuff right here is propaganda.
It's based on a Newsday article. So why don't you sue?
You don't think Newsday's ever reported something that wasn't fully truthful?
I don't trust the media. I don't trust the media.
You don't trust the media. Perfect. Thank you.
But I don't have people arrested because they're criticizing me.
We didn't arrest him for criticizing.
But you asked him to leave for criticizing you.
Not for criticizing.
Yes.
You asked him to leave because he was intentionally trying to agitate. There's a difference.
You're that agitated by criticism?
You know that there's a difference.
So how would you be? Am I agitating you now?
Right now, we're having a conversation.
So he was having a conversation as well.
I
It's
can't
just,
read Lou's mind.
it's just they don't like him because
I can't read Lou's
he's
mind,
considered
right?
a political opponent and a political critic to the
I can't
PBA
read
president.
Lou's mind, right?
Well, Lou does not like him, I bet, because he's a critic of Lou. Wow, well, if that's what I'm assuming here, that's pretty.
You can assume whatever you want. I'm not a mind.
I would never arrest someone for
All
criticizing
I know
me.
is he was told to leave numerous.
Why was he asked to leave? You're not answering the question.
I answered a million times.
Because you're
You're
basically
trying to get a soundbite. They're trying to get a soundbite.
a soundbite of what?
They're trying to
Of
get
you
a soundbite.
telling a lie?
I'm not telling a lie. Nothing I told today
Okay,
is a lie.
you're not lying, but you're not giving the full story. Why was he asked to leave?
I'm telling you, I'm not a mind
Because you're doing this.
but he was told to leave, and he was placed under arrest for refusing to leave.
I doubt that he was
Trespassing.
I doubt that. I guaranteed you just probably someone just kept asking him to leave. Again, he asked why, probably while backing away. That's my guess. Okay, so Sean was arrested for coming here with a critical opinion of Lou, and Lou apparently wanted him to leave because he had a critical opinion of Lou. It's a circular story. But now, if Sean came here and parked a hot dog truck here, there'll be no issues. So you could come here with a hot
That's
dog.
what I said. This is still private property.
I know, but
Still private
so if I go to Walmart,
there's no legitimate purpose here.
well, if you keep saying legitimate, it's not legitimate because it's a criticism of you.
No.
Yes.
There's no legitimate purpose here. This is private property.
Because you're saying that he's protesting using his First Amendment right.
Private property.
I know, but why would you arrest someone for criticizing you? It's crazy.
We're not arresting him for criticizing.
Yes, it is.
We're arresting him for trespassing.
So why was he trespassing? Why was he asked? Why was he? You're just saying that. When you say agitating, that's another word for expressing an opinion.
That's not another word.
So how was he agitating? Was he like doing backflips? Was he curse? He doesn't curse people. He doesn't curse people out. He doesn't use foul language. He doesn't threaten.
He threatens constantly.
No, he doesn't.
He threatened Lou today.
No, he didn't.
He said he was going to put this truck in the front of his house. What's the point of doing that?
To get the message, to communicate.
No, you put that in front of somebody's house. You know how fearful that family gets? You know how fearful it is
of an opinion of wasting tax dollars.
Come on.
So this is propaganda.
Right there.
No, if you know what the Suffolk police did to him by going after him with masks on his face. Actually, that was Nassau. They went into Suffolk and to go after him, and the Suffolk helped. Because we've always complimented the Suffolk County Police Department, but I don't understand why they're doing this nonsense. You come here to communicate, and they call it agitating. Communicate, and he says you put the video truck. And guess what? Sean's going to put the video truck in front of his house now even more. You understand that?
Why would he do that?
Because he had him arrested, you dumbass.
Why would he put a family through that?
It's called words. It's called communication.
There's an innocent family involved.
But there's no threat. There's no violence. It's called words. It's called communication.
Come on. You don't think there's an element of fear to that?
If you're fearful, I'm not working for the police. I'm not working for the government. If I'm working for the police and the government, I want people to communicate
with everything that Albany has done with 50A and releasing information. You don't think that there's an element of fear in cops now? Come on.
Why are you so afraid of people showing up at your house to communicate and ask questions?
We've gotten letters to our homes from people we've arrested. That there's an element of fear when that happens.
But if someone knocks on your door and asks a question, and you can just say, please leave the property, like a reporter.
We did. He was told to leave many times, and he wasn't leaving. Come on.
I don't know. But people are allowed to protest on a street.
He wasn't on the street.
I'm saying in front of, let's say, the president's house. If he wants to park in front of the house because he's not communicating properly.
You don't think there's anything wrong with that? Putting a family into fear like that?
Why would you mean in fear of what?
Come on.
In fear of this message about
somebody that was arrested shows up to
that
house, that family's home.
He wasn't arrested until now. He was arrested because of that. He's basically using that as an excuse. So that's actually the propaganda of using the term agitating based on bringing a video of a message. That's considered agitating now. That's the propaganda that they use.
There's no legitimate purpose.
Legitimate. That's another term.
We're having a conversation right now.
I know.
Right? Only because
because Lou did not tell you to arrest me because I'm not one of his political critics.
No.
Lou knows Sean personally, as he said about the video truck. He said he'll put the video truck in front of his house.
He said that just now, right?
Just now.
Right at our building.
Okay. Well, that's an opinion, but it's not illegal.
That's not an opinion.
It's not illegal though. So
come on, you don't think there's a passive threat there? You don't think that puts a family in fear? And if someone that their dad arrested shows up in front of their house with a billboard stuff, come on.
But
That's a threat.
but so when or if and when Sean puts this message of words and images in front of the PVA president's house, what will happen then? Sean's gone to
I'm
the
not,
Sean's
I'm not going to read his mind. I don't know what he's going to do.
Sean's
right?
gone. Sean's been in front of about six. He's been in the Nassau County head. He's been in front of the DA's head in front of all their houses. Sean's never been arrested for it because it's not illegal. It's not a threat.
He's definitely going to be arrested.
But
I'm saying that there's an element of fear there. And is it right to put a family through that fear? No.
I would say,
Right.
don't be afraid. Just talk to the person.
When somebody shows up to your house that your dad arrested, come on.
But he didn't arrest him until.
No, you're being disingenuous. You're being disingenuous.
Okay, but that's an opinion.
I understand your role. I understand how you're trying to spin words and get sound bites. I understand it, but it's disingenuous. Come on.
Well, I personally would never go. I wouldn't go to someone's house because I don't have the resources to fight it in court. Because now Sean obviously got arrested for trespassing, but Sean does have the resources, and now he's probably going to go in front of the house anyway. But for the record, I'm nonviolent. Sean's nonviolent. There's no actual physical threats if you bring this to anyone. It's really just the video truck. It's just, you can watch his YouTube channel.
I don't think that's going to put a family in fear. You're wrong. And you kind of did just admit that you think you're good.
No, I'm saying I don't think it should. And I said I would never go to someone's house because it could be misinterpreted as something more than it is. That's my opinion. Did you want to give your last name by any chance or no?
Yeah, my name's CJ Hutter.
CJ Hutter?
Yeah. I'm the partner of the PBA.
Sure. All right, well, when this is all resolved, I think you guys and Sean should have a conversation, maybe on camera, do an interview, but maybe that's for a later date. All right, so anyway, nice to meet you.
All right. Have a good day.
You as well. Oh, do you know where he went? What precinct?
Third precinct.
Third precinct. All right, thank you.
Okay, what is your name again?
I don't know if I want to give it.
I told you my name, but you don't want to tell me yours.
But you have a lot more power where you can go after me about certain.
No, it's okay for me to tell you my name, but you don't want to tell me yours, right?
I know, but I can't really do anything to you. Whereas you guys could.
Just record with me, please. Yeah, of course.
His video will be published online and people can see for themselves. I'll give him this video in case he wants to use it. Yeah. But I don't really work for him at all. For the record, I'm just his friend. So, and I just figured I'd come here and see if anything happened. Because whenever you do some type of messaging like this, you run the risk of getting arrested. I just thought you guys would.
So you knew there was a risk of getting arrested. What would the risk be?
The PBA. They're here to.
No, his conduct, not the PBA.
His conduct. He doesn't even use. Trespassing. But he doesn't even use foul language. But we're gonna get
irrelevant. You could still be trespassing.
I understand, but if I went to Walmart and I said I want to speak to the manager because
if somebody's sitting on your front porch.
That's a home. A better example would be Walmart, where you go private property. But if you go to McDonald's and you say, I want to speak to the manager about a complaint about an employee, and the manager says, you're trespassing, get out of here. That's kind of what you guys did.
Nah, it's not exactly
because he came here to complain about
not exactly
the head of the PBA, but he was trespassing because he was criticizing him. That's a fact. Because if he came here handing out hot dogs and sandwiches, he would not be trespassed. That's a fact.
Exactly the same thing. You know it's not exactly the same.
It's not exactly the same as passing out sandwiches and hot dogs. But if he was here to compliment, say, oh, we love the PBA here, we love the blue line, you guys are wonderful, you do nothing wrong, he would not have been trespassed. And it is private property, so you guys can do what you want, but in my opinion, it's not a good look. All you have to say is come out here and say, oh, that's not true, none of that's true. Suffolk County.
We told him to leave multiple times.
I understand.
His place under arrest. Multiple.
Well,
we gave him plenty of time to turn around, walk away, and leave. Plenty of time.
All right. Well, the video will. I guess you'll have to go into court and prove it, or someone's gonna have to prove it in court if that's the case. So it is what it is.
Plenty of opportunities, plenty of warnings. It's not like we told him once and then put him in cuffs. That's not.
I think this is gonna end up poorly from a PR perspective because now he might go to other people's houses to put the video truck in there, which is not.
And you think that's going to get him public sentiment on his side?
I think there's enough people that don't trust police, where they think you go to communicate with the police, and they have you trespass from the building when you're trying to communicate with them. I think that's a bad look.
You think people would agree with putting a family in fear by showing up in front of their private residence, their private home?
Maybe Sean doesn't interpret it as a fearful event. He views it as expressing opinions. Because you have to read, the PBA president is very powerful. I see he's more powerful than the executive in Suffolk County. He's more powerful than any of the elected politicians. He's a very powerful person. I'm going to give you a heads up. You're probably going to have a protest here in the near future.
It almost seemed like Scudo could see the future, because only 5 days later, that prediction became a reality. A peaceful public demonstration was held outside the police union headquarters as community members gathered to make their voices heard. The event unfolded just as it had been suggested and drew attention from those watching the situation closely. The protest became another significant moment in the continuing story and showed how quickly events can develop after a major incident.
Of the friendly hypocrite. Wolves in sheep clothing, bullies in casual Friday clothing. You're a thug, Lou. That's what you are. That's what you always be. This one is my personal favorite. Police union president, thugs shouldn't wear badges.
This is not AI.
Okay, we gotta show these guys over here. Ready? Thugs shouldn't wear badges. Okay? You see that? Hey, Lou, I know you're watching from your penthouse suite up there. Here you go, man. Thugs shouldn't wear badges. Yeah! What's up, brother?
That's what they're all about.
Billboard truck, yes. That's my big, beautiful LED billboard truck. Lou, you've been bullying people for way too long. You've been violating people's rights for way too long, and it stops today.
It is what it is, because I think people, even if he did technically trespass, which we have no evidence of that yet, I think people are not going to be happy that he was trespassing in the first place. So you might end up with
People are going to be unhappy that the law was enforced as written.
I think if he came here to compliment everyone,
Because I thought you were like constitutionalists and you wanted
but this is private property,
and you want everything to be enforced as written. So the trespass law was enforced as written.
If the trespass law on private property is the person has to leave, they have to leave, is what it is. This is different than public property, but I think people might be upset that
This is different than public property.
Yeah, it is.
This is private property.
Exactly,
There are
but
plenty of signs everywhere that this is private property.
No, but I
it's
think
not even like a surprise to anybody.
I agree with you there, but people will be upset that he was trespassed in the first place, and then I think people might say, "Why aren't you communicating?" Because now he probably would not have gone to the PBA president's house if the PBA president had come out here and spoken to him in person. Now it's like Sean is like forced to go there because he can't come here anymore because he's trespassed.
He's trespassed.
So he's probably gonna bring the truck to other precincts.
He was given the opportunity to leave like a gentleman. I think we're done here.
Yeah, we're done.
All right, so I'm gonna start closing up. All right. So
Yeah, I'm gonna leave now.
Day.
And I'll probably email you. You have an email from this place for you or no?
Yeah, there's plenty of ways to contact me.
Maybe I'll send you an email.
All right, what's your name?
Oh, I don't know if I want to say.
You don't want to say.
I want to say, but I just don't know if I trust you yet.
You don't know if you trust.
Welcome back, everyone. Before we continue, I want to recognize Scalzo Photo for the support he showed throughout this entire situation. Be sure to visit his YouTube channel because you can find the link in the description below. He confidently spoke with the police union treasurer and remained at the precinct until I was finally released later that evening. That kind of loyalty is not forgotten, and I truly appreciate having a friend like him. At the time of this conversation, he had not even watched the footage of my arrest, which makes the way he handled himself even more impressive. Those who know him understand that he usually stays behind the camera instead of stepping into the spotlight. Even so, he remained calm, respectful, and confident during the entire encounter. The public demonstration that followed drew a strong response and brought many supporters together. If you want to watch the complete coverage, you can find the live stream through the link in the description below. More public events are expected in the future, so subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated. My court appearance is scheduled for July 15, and I hope the Suffolk County District Attorney Wright Tierney carefully reviews the facts before making any decision in this case. Share your opinion in the comments below. Support the video by leaving a like and help spread the story by sharing it across social media so more people can follow the latest developments.